back as we as like so I'm gonna read one of the very important chapter, very short chapter, right? This is from the Psychology of Money, right, book. So I mean, this is very short chapter, but there is a very important lesson which I learned here, right? So I just want to read it, right, as a documentation of my learning. You need to learn this, right? So there is a chapter 8 called Man in the Car Paradox. No one is impressed with your possessions as much as you are, right? The best part of being a valet is getting to drive some of the coolest car to ever touch pavement. Gets come in driving Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royce, the whole aristocratic fleet. It was my dream to have one of these cars of my own, because I thought they sent such a strong signal to others that you made it. You are smart, you are rich, you have taste, you are important. Look at me. The irony is that I really, if ever, looked at them. The drivers, when you see someone driving a nice car, you rarely think, wow, this guy driving that car is cool. Instead you think, wow, if I had that car, people would think I am cool. Subconscious or not, this is how people think. There is a paradox here. People tend to want wealth to signal to others that they should be liked and admired, but in reality those other people often bypass admiring you, not because they don't think wealth is admirable, but because they use your wealth as a benchmark for their own desire to be liked and admired. The letter I wrote after my son was born said, you might think you want an expensive car, a fancy watch, and a huge house, but I am telling you, you don't. What you want is respect and admiration from the other people. You think having expensive stuff will bring it, it almost never does. Especially from people you want to respect and admire. I learned that as a valet when I began thinking about all the people driving up to the hotel in their Ferraris watching my gawk. People must gawk everywhere they want, and I'm sure they loved it. I'm sure they felt admired, but did they know I did not care about them or even notice them? Did they know I was only gawking at the car and imagining myself in the driver's seat? Did they did they buy a Ferrari thinking it would be bring them admiration without realizing that I, and likely most others who are impressed with the car, didn't actually give them the driver a moment's thought? Does this idea apply to those living in the big homes? Almost certain, definitely. Jewelry and clothes, yep. My point is here not to abandon the parachute of wealth or even fancy car. I like both. So basically the basic thing we learned from this chapter, that we all want we all have this desire to have a fancy cars, right? I mean, that is good, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying that ki usually we buy that to get respect in the society, to basically admire others. But usually people when see you in the fancy cars, they the thought that they come subconsciously that ki, I wish I have that car so that I get admired, right? So the basic idea is there that ki, use your wealth, you use your money to get freedom, right? It's okay to buy all these things, but the first and the most important use of wealth to get the freedom, right? Not gathering the fancy things, right? I mean, simple in the simple lesson that we learned today, that don't spend for others, spend for yourself, and use money to get freedom, not to be bounded, right? Yeah. Hello everyone, hello. Generic. Where are you, all of people, bro? Okay, bye. Four people who are watching this. Bye. Bye everyone. Bye bye bye. Good night. Have a nice dream. Close, bro.